buzzing around, calling all you freaks and nerds. You're just missing what you want. My brother's going down the drain, my sister's living the dream, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Settle the score. Half the town screaming out in vain, the other half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind, but everything's alright. We don't give a damn this time. Yeah! Everyone's a hypocrite.
right click. Oh, misses the right click.
Force around again. He gets it on the DK. There's no TP for him anymore.
Got it. That's locked in.
Oh my god. Get those apart. This is not a fight that Kiwikaki can win here in the upper right. Can he win it somewhere else? Oh,
But this is a Moon. Does he have enough damage? Or he miscalculated this?
no
way.
Last
serious?
tunnel dead. Right click, happy. How can you save this DK? You have no resources for a potion. Trying to nuke, doesn't work. Step out.
Funny composition, not the right one by Johnny Cage.
Stormbolt,
Where all the trees go?
Perfect shockwave. You don't have much time. Shockwave. Here we go. One more right click. Lin, Guagua. Oh! Good day, everybody. High noon. It is Doubi Engine of Wonders Cup time. $16,000 on the line, everybody. And what a hell of a match we got tonight. Team Happy versus Team Moon. And the lineups look pretty damn good to me. Let's take a look together, shall we? The unbeaten Team Happy stepping into the ring with, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Happy himself. They also got the best human player in the world in Fortitude. And Elegant is not to be underestimated. For Team Moon, we got, of course, the GOAT in Moon, who will be part of the opening match. We also got Kaho and Soen. Don't underestimate these lads. But let's be real. Team Happy goes into this as the big favorite. We kick things off with Moon versus 40. We also got Happy and 40 versus Moon and Soen. We got Elegant versus Kaho, 40 and Elegant versus Soen and Kaho. And then the man himself as last with Happy versus Soen. W3 Champions season final. Back in the days, you know. So, let's kick this off. And let's watch some Warcraft. What are the odds that the tail of the tape is running? And is working? Oh. There we go. It's wrong. Let's see if it refreshes itself. Giving a little schmack. Yeah, there we go. 5 and 2 for Moon currently on this patch. 6 to 20 historically. Very, very rare and very cool to see that a human player is within the top 5 of the ELO ranking. But a victory today could swap the places. Moon is making the trip next week to Raraland 2023 in Dortmund, where we have a $10,000 tournament, and hopefully you all are part of that. But now the focus is on the Doubi Cup, obviously. So without further ado, everybody, the first match of the day. A best of 3 between the best human and one of the best night elves. Moon vs 40. Something's missing here. Something is missing here. There we go. That makes it look a bit better. All right, we got Moon on the bottom left-hand side. We got 40 on the upper right-hand side. And what will we be playing? Moon should be standard Demon Hunter. Could be a Keeper, could be a Warden. You never know. On Fortitude side, what's he been playing? Archmage is the standard. But it could always be a Mountain King these days, especially in the hands of 40. Demon Hunter it is. Archmage it is. The non-standard opening for us. And again, let me know if the sound is alright. I'm having some sound issues recently. And you could help me out with a little bit of feedback. So it's alright for the rest of the day. So a tale as old as time. The human is trying to expand. The night elf is trying to clobber it down. preserving nature for themselves. Or 40 put the spin on it. I think the past encounters were a little better than usual for 40, but if he struggles in a matchup, it's probably this one. They're trading wins, or were trading wins, in the China-Korea-Europe tournament. You got the most beautiful voice in the world, Remo. My man, my name is Neo. So I don't know if that's going to me or not. But I appreciate the positivity. Demon Hunter emulation. Enjoy it while it lasts, everybody. And an instant expansion, which is very atypical. 40, as we oftentimes say, on the slower side of expansions, rather wants stability in his life. Or in his Warcraft life, at least. But here, it's as fast as it goes. Demon Hunter is making his way across with level 2. Parry up, never bad. At the moment, you can sell it for a lot of gold, of course, but a nice synergy between Parry up and Moonwells. Moon with an interesting base build. Moonwells all over the place. Instant expansion against this as well. And now the arrest coming. Didn't decide yet. What's it gonna be? Is it mana burn? Is it evasion? What's required? And 40. What the hell? Some peasants moved to the side. Some peasants still building a tower. And with that, Moon is running into no man's land, really. And the one who puts up the real pressure, who has the good call, is 40. Because there's the Water Elemental, there's an Archmage, 2 fully instant cancel. What a read. He had a scout, but what a nice reaction by Fortitude to not stubbornly go for his own expansion, because the Demon Hunter is there anyway. You will lose a lot, so rather be the aggressor yourself. Very unfortunate that the tower couldn't finish. Maybe militia duration took a little too long. So we end up on one base. Both game plans kinda ruined, but I think recovery for 40 is quite a bit easier. Moon decides now to tech, but he's losing a Moonwell. Destructive Force Footman. And even 5 archers. Can't do anything with it. Was it just bad decision making by Moon, or at least the wrong decision making by Moon? Because Expo's in the works now. At 4 minutes 45, this ain't too bad. Good splits by 40 as well. And Moon's gotta come up with a solution now. Yeah. He's half ready for harass in the main. Archmage also sacrificed the progress to level 3. He's trying to catch up now. And speaking of catching up, Moon is trying to catch up in the damage department. Expo isn't finished yet. Tower isn't finished yet. It's about mere seconds here. Oh, that's a super last second cancel. What a timing by Moon. That was pretty incredible. In the meantime, Demon Hunter is trying to fry some footmen, so they can't react to the archers at the moment. At least the town hall is finished. So 50% done. On the other side, Moon is growing another tree on the right hand side. Quite a fantastic early game already. Oh, sick deny. Yeah, very enjoyable early game. Good tactical decisions by both players. Good execution, of course. And the Demon Hunter, he's not done burning yet. He tried to get 1 or 2 more kills in, but now you gotta retreat here. Another, I think the 3rd cancel on the Arcane. But Moon is ahead in the tech department. 5 seconds. And then he can decide, is it a panda? But Fortitude also. 6 minutes 30 tech. That is definitely okay. Low supply game by Moon as a whole. Lots of archers. He got a hunch Saul building the lures now. Was a little scared because this was a stressful early game. That he might have decided to not build the hunter Saul yet. Because of course Moon would never forget such a thing. And that's level 3 now. Ooh, things are getting quite stressful. That Arcane Tower not coming up 3 times is such a problem. Hopefully 40 can recover from that. It is a lot of peasants here. Oh boy. And now the tower's up. Finally. Without immolation. How much damage is it still? Apparently quite a bit. The pig is blocking, but doesn't follow orders. 40 is... couldn't block with the workers in time, but creates a surround now. Unfortunately, there's no cancel, so yeah, just staff out. Finally, that arcane is up. Ooh, that took a long time. What are these? What are you doing there? They lost the way. Archmage is a little bit too late to disrupt anything in the Night Elf base. Lures are up already. Checks, is there a tier 3 tech by any chance? Not just yet. 40 is rich. 1300 gold. Waiting for the tier 2. Hero decisions have to be made. Blood Mage it is. To suck the fuel out of the Demon Hunter. Suck the fuel out of the Panda. Thank you, Side. 60 months of a sub, my dude. 5 years. Wonderful 5 years. We can celebrate next year. And by the way, I jumped over that hurdle in Rumble. So, turns out talents are really good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Anyway, from one Warcraft game to another, Panda didn't level in 2 minutes. That's a bit problematic. Dryads are coming, there's more control. There's a dispel option now against water elementals. But that Panda, where's the progress? He gets the double heal scrolls. Interesting. More like stealing it away from 40, who has incredible lumber problems, by the way. And he's at 50. Because so many peasants died. Blood Mage gets greeted right away. Footman kinda useless. Mana Suck starts. Archmage is getting pummeled here. Solid multitasking. As Fortitude is gearing up for the later stages. Rifle, caster on 3 production buildings. Moon is mining the entire time, by the way. It's not only about that human expansion anymore. No. Economically, we're 50-50. And the goat is dictating the game because 40 can't spend his gold. He was just investing into the Sanctum, into 2 more farms. The rifles are getting caught. 40 is falling apart a little bit. But still a chance for recovery. If he's able to spend his gold, if the Blood Mage reaches levels. But that's big ifs, not gonna lie. Fairy dragons are gonna be added to the mix as well. And maybe even a hippo in case he spots a Zeppelin. And while I said it is a problem that the panda can't level, this Blood Mage has been bullied since he stepped out of the altar. It's incredible. More utility on Fortitude's side here now with the slow. But where's the damage? The rifles that were killed earlier. They're severely missing in this fight now. Rifles falling way too quickly against the Demon Hunter like this. 40 is, you know, I was about to say getting there. At least he's spending his gold, but he knows, man. Moon dictated this early mid-game, because that wasn't really the real mid-game, right? That early mid-game, from start to finish, and it's all coming down to the cancels of the arcane. That is why a certain caster with a big head and therefore also a big brain is advocating for, among other changes, an arcane tower upgrade reduction. But yeah, man, Moon played this so well. Early game, little shaky. But he knew, as good as anyone, that the win condition is an arcane tower. Sometimes life is so simple. Sometimes it's only about an arcane tower. And that's what we got here. I'm excited to see a match from the start. This is my first time seeing any from the Warcraft series. Welcome, mate! I thought you got here, I think I read you got here from Rumble. We're playing a little Rumble ourselves. So, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. As we're gearing up for the second map. And the second map is Fortitude's pick. And Fortitude chooses to use Concealed Hill as a map. A map where many people said it is impossible to expand. 40 showed us many times that it is possible. You just have to find the way. And if there's a human player in this world, it's this guy. Second chance here. 40 is one of the 2 star players for Team Happy, and he's supposed to gather the wins. If he fails here now, Happy's not gonna be satisfied. Upper right hand side, do we have any changes for Moon? Could be a Demon Hunter Keeper Warden again. But that Demon Hunter worked so well, like why not? And since this creep spot here on the bottom right is so hard with all the poison, there's a solid follow-up possible with Immolation if you ask me. And a Demon Hunter it is, on the other side an Archmage it is. No Mountain King shenanigans here. The early game is crucial, as you've seen before. It's about expansions in this matchup. Who decides to expand when? It's not really the question where, because there's only one possible expansion here, and one later for the ultra late game. And how? How many peasants? At what level? Instant or at level 2? Moon is already in position, scouting here, creeping here. Vanik, thank you for the Prime sub, mate. Glad you chose us among all the streamers in the world. There's literally millions. And you chose us. That is wonderful. 40 here with a risky creep spot. It's one of the strongest on the maps. Wisp is here. Moon knows it. This could be terrible, terrible damage if 40 doesn't play this right. Once that golem, once that consumable gets it. Both level 2 though. And this Demon Hunter has a lot of fuel for Immolation. And that's one worker down. Not as bad as it could have been. But this also means 40 is on the middle left-hand side. He wants to be on the bottom right-hand side. And Moon? He got level 2. He got what he wants out of this early game for now. He can just be a nuisance and cause more trouble while attacking. As you can see, bottom right. But so far... Whoa, 40 is playing one base as well. Usually regarded as not that strong. But 40 had some precise tower pushes in his arsenal. And maybe it's time for one of these cheeky tower pushes now! Blocked Archmage between the creeps. What a nice touch by Moon, forcing the big invo potion that he just found. That is not something you want to invest early on. Not outside a big fight. Archer saved. Dude, Moon seems to be in tremendous shape. Could have bought Telestaff. I guess so, but then you lose a lot of HP. So that's the trade. And he apparently really didn't want that. 40 HP. Okay. So last game, 40 was already trying to poke into Moon's base, but he was minutes too late for the lures. This timing should be better. It is nighttime. Creeps are asleep. Sandman was there. Did a fine job. And so Demon Hunter can heal up against it. Blacksmith coming. It's gonna be a rifle push one way or the other. Yes, of course, all the talk in the chat is the Moon well nerf for the upcoming patch. If they decide to go through with it. You know, Moon has played 19 years with weaker Moon worlds. If there's one person in the world that will not complain, it's him. Still stronger than back in the day. But yeah. We'll see. Blood Mage again. Footy is in position. It is very clear to me that Fortitude, for minutes now, is preparing for this little poke. For this little harass. Onto the lures we go. Weaken Moon for the tier 2 push. Moon is arriving there. Decides to go for a Naga. There's no mana burn. And in the absence of lures, there's also no dispel. So water elementals are very, very strong. And the rifle army is building. This time, they're safe from the fangs of the Demon Hunter. From the Warglaves of Azeroth, I think. And 40 is stuck again! With an invisible archer. There's reveal now from the lab. Necessary creeps are waking up. Hola! But that is some HP lost that you don't want to lose.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cool little plays from both players. Showing high-class Warcraft here. But 40 is on a timer. Tier 3 by Moon is the win condition. Bears are too strong for this army. They're the natural counter to this army. So you gotta end the game beforehand. And with a Demon Hunter like that, on red HP, it's not that easy to do. It is a lot of archers in comparison, like 6 of them. He spreads them out. Okay, but it's still a risky creep spot. This dragon also gets healed, of course. Demon Hunter can't attack, of course. And this is taking ages. Was that the right thing to do? For lousy Boots of Kel'Thalas? Well, they're not that lousy, are they? But here's the push. And Moon is in the worst shape possible.
Player's forces are under attack.
It's taking his sweet time. Another pit stop before Blood Mage, already better levels than in game 1. I feel like 40 is in a good spot, but tier 3 is done. Only one bear at the moment. Heal scroll available. Orb of Venom online. This is it. Do or die. This game won't continue much longer after this. Moon is only at 36, but every single bear has immense utility now. With pushing during daytime. If Moon can survive till nighttime, that's a huge accomplishment. And there's no towers with this push. They're very, very, very late. Could have built already. But he had to fight without them. No kid towers. Demon Hunter level 4. Is Moon just simply holding this? With patience, with correct decision making, and exploiting the mistakes of his opponents. I think he is. There's no chance to nuke the Demon Hunter, really. Naga has no staff, but the dominating factor in this fight is the DH, with the control brought to you by the Naga. Oh, the arms for Fork Lightning were already in the air for Moon. This could have been a knockout punch. And I think this is a TKO at best. There's no second chance for this. The supply is too low. The tech is too low. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a clean 2-0 for Moon. The team captain delivers. Fortitude not in tip-top shape here today. At least not on the level that you need when you want to threaten Moon and want to take maps off of Moon. Quick series, everybody. Just half an hour and it's done. And that is, of course, according to how the system works, the 1-0 for Team Moon. The captain delivers as he should. But now, this was a pretty 50-50 affair. Let's take a look at the other games that we have here today. Next up is Happy and 40 versus Moon and Soen. Happy and 40 beasts in the 2-on-2 department. I'm not sure how to rank Moon and Soen at the moment. I haven't seen them play. They did deliver versus Stock and PCG. They did lose to 1-0 in Focus. So 50-50 at the moment. Happy and 40 undefeated, right? Must be. They defeated Lawlight and PCG rather easily. Oh no, they lost to Lin and Colorful. I'm sorry, that was just yesterday. My slow brain still needs time to process. So both 2-on-2 teams are currently at a 1-1 score. And that is, of course, the wrong thing. Doubi, Ancient of Wonders. $16,000. Sorry, since we are in event planning mode, gotta check some Discord messages every now and then. And yeah, the underdogs, they prevail for now. It's a bit of heresy to call Moon an underdog, isn't it? But you know, it is what it is. And you gotta do what you gotta do. So can they turn this ship around? It's always hard to predict how a 2-2 will go. Because it's just so uncharted waters, really. Toxic, can you do me a favor and screenshot the discussion about Moonworlds from earlier and send it to me or someone else? That would be nice. That's good input. Thank you, Vicious, for the 82 month of resubbing. Thank you so much, mate. That is such a long time. Nerdinist also coming in with the Prime sub. I love you and the community. Oh, thank you. Also, Mabi69 is back, usually singing me some praises. And I feel like that's a little love song there as well. Aye, thank you guys. Ah, Toxie, you're a saint. Yes, wonderful. So are you folks ready for a little bit of 2-2 action? Because I certainly am. Later tonight, by the way, as every Friday, 7 p.m, the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup on PTR balance, on updated PTR balance, as the War 3 Champions team is once again awesome and has already implemented all the changes that came with the third PTR update yesterday. Thank you for that. So we'll see if Night Elf is really unplayable. That they can't do anything. I'm loading up, I'm getting ready, and here it is. 2 versus 2. Moon and Soen on the bottom left-hand side, representing Night Elf and Orc. And with that, we got all 4 races represented. As Happy makes his first game of the day in the bottom right-hand side. We're gonna see him later versus Soen in one-on-one. And Fortitude, I don't want to be in his shoes right now. You disappointed the team captain and now you gotta team up with the team captain? It is at least, maybe, a little bit of chance to redeem himself. Thank you, Da Flip, for the 21st gifted sub on this channel. Thank you so much to Klopapier des Grauens. It's like toilet paper of evil or something as a direct translation. There's probably a better word, but I can't come up with it now. So what do we got then? There are several choices in 2-on-2. Oh, we're on Nullwood, by the way. Chat, what fountain is this? Can you tell? Do you know? Oh, no, don't spoil. Chat has to guess first. So you got 2 choices. Farseer or Blade Master, Keeper or Demon Hunter. The Korean team decides to go for Demon Hunter and Blades, a single target damage. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, Shoreline King. You say mana 100%? Aye. Thank you, Da Flip, for gifting us up to Pommes Panzer ass. What the fuck? Fries tank ass. Just so weird. And Happy is aggressive here, as he oftentimes is, into the fragile orc base. It's a heal fountain, by the way. Thank you for guessing once again. So 2 strong agility heroes on the Korean side. The hero combos of human and undead, of course. Some of the strongest in the game if the game goes late. But that is rarely the case in 2-on-2, to be honest. No human expansion, which can always be a thing. On Nullwood, though, kind of hard to do, as you position it here. Very exposed to attacks. But yeah, little stalemate. Still Happy's getting damage done. A little foreshadowing of what's gonna happen later. In the one-on-one, maybe. Does the fountain type change on Nullwood, or why is it a mystery? Yes! It's either a mana fountain or a health fountain. With a 50-50 chance. And that's why we always play the guessing game here. Oh my. That's a massive melee push. With Farseer and Keeper, this should be preventable, but like this? I don't know, dude. First burrow is already down on the cost of 1 or 2 units, but they are really, really disposable. Unlike community members like the Flip, who is now gifting the 3rd sub of the day to Dihakepetra. Nice, Nick. So how costly can they make it? This is just a skeleton, doesn't really do much. Deny on the footman. Happy is like, how dare you to lose units? Come on, let me help you with that. But yeah, that was expensive. Ghouls have fallen as well. Thing is, Soen was able to squeeze out the Shadow Hunter. This was probably designed to get the tier 2 hero blocked. And that didn't succeed. So I guess 1 building is too late now, which is probably gonna be the Torrent Totem. But firepower for the Happy and 40 team is rather weak. The heroes, they scale tremendously. But they are level 2 and level 1. This is a DK without Unholy Aura. And Moon and Soen, they're getting in the groove. Leveling up, creeping up, not losing any HP. Demon Hunter, Moon! Speaking of the groove. Whoo. Almost got killed there. Gift Set number 4 by the Flip. Der Dichter spricht. Nice Nick again. Naga second hero here now. What does the future hold for 40 and Happy? The Archmage here. Getting hexed, getting nuked. There is a reveal. Critical! And no TP by 40. Seriously, not the best day for him. The Blood Mage is also walking into the fangs of the Horde. Double kill for Moon and Soen. What do you think is the blood pressure of Happy now? I gotta admit, I don't know what a normal blood pressure is. So I couldn't tell you a number, but it's not good. It's not good. The entire human hero combo benched. Happy can finally creep now. I have to wonder, are people just memeing, or is Happy known for being toxic to partners in 2-on-2? We're just memeing, dude. At least I am. I wouldn't know. But I mean, you see how ruthless he is to his enemies on the map in one-on-one. So you can abstract from that. Yeah, it's looking like a phenomenal game. Withstanding the pressure, the early pressure of a combined Happy and 40 attack towards Soen. recovering, and killing. So, Happy is on tier 3. He has to be the carry, of course. And 40, mostly support. Oh, no, is it happening again? There's no AM here.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Happy to the rescue.
A town is under siege.
Soen is buying time, distracting in the north for an expansion of Moon. Wisps are coming in. Nice touch. And Creepcraft. Big mana potion on Happy. Levels are starting to get there. Do we have a third hero? Not really, right? We have a transition to Fiends alongside the rifles. Interesting. Destroyer upgrade is done. If they find the expansion, they can still cancel it. But that rat spot here, no chance to creep jack. What do we got? Blue Drake egg. Not a game deciding item, I guess. But will be helpful to a degree. Creep check now on the other side. Supply numbers are relatively even. Very even, actually. But the heroes make the biggest difference. Blue Drake, Demon Hunter being nuked, but the heal wave is there. That's the downside of the Blue Drake, can be dispelled. And, you know, soaks up a little bit of mana. This could... Oh, Scroll of the Beast! That's pretty sick on this army, especially on archers. Plus 13 on the Blue Drake as well. Blood Mage saved for now. What's the DK doing there? Just dying. After the burrow kill, nothing went right for Happy and 40 anymore. Of course, they have it harder. They can't really communicate. Happy's Chinese, not that great. 40's English, not that great. This is Stomp! Tearing through this army. Moon and Soen, did they even lose anything? If they lost something, it's not much. And the Archmage with a crit is dead! Backstab as well! Too many hero kills. Too many hero kills. Fortitude leaves the game. GG. Team Moon is tearing through Team Happy at the moment. 3-0 on maps. And match points now for them. Fortitude gotta pull himself together. That is more or less unacceptable. Double hero loss in the early game? Why are you commenting on 40's English a little weird? Because this is a team game mode. And of course it is easier if you can communicate in one language with your teammate. How is that weird? Idiot. Anyway, we move on to map 2. From one of the biggest maps to one of the smallest maps. In the 2-on-2 department at least. Turtle Rock. We got the leading team in Moon and Soen on the bottom right-hand side. Are we switching it up to Farseer or Keeper? Nope. Never change the running system. On the other side, once again a Decay. Once again an Archmage. So the first heroes stay the same. And Lin has seen enough. Yeah, Turtle Rock, it's so funny that in 1-on-1 it's one of the biggest maps, in 2-on-2 it's one of the smallest maps. Very harass heavy. It's oftentimes played as a 1-on-1 on 2 lanes, and then whoever has the advantage decides to push. As expansions are also, as of course in 2-on-2, very hard to pull off, even harder than in 1-on-1. By the way, I am very excited for the new patch, because we can then zoom out in 2-on-2s without the zoom resetting. I will love that. Hopefully without the zoom resetting. The Flip, thank you very much for gifting us up to Radfahren. Town portal sold in 2-on-2. Wow, is that muscle memory or is that an elaborate build here in 2-on-2 now? Happy and 40, do what Happy and 40 do. Ooh, wait a minute, did they... Were that trying to tower push? They have a sack skull here. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Sorry for being so late with that, but the Acolyte got killed, so the tower push is already delayed. Moon reacting quickly, second Ancient of War. Ghoul's still there. And that's of course a reason to sell the town portal. Moon juice is rare. And this tower push, whatever it was supposed to be, is not working. And they realize, like, pressure is off. Thank you, Fezo Fast, for the sub. 3 years, you... I don't know. Schlingel. What's the English word for Schlingel? I don't know. Got a grunt there. But this is a hold. Schlingel is Rascal? Yeah, that fits. That fits. Thank you. Oh, blocked by Moon, so Soen gets the kill. Nicely done. Happy's trying to hunt some wisps and reduce Moon Juice, but... Tech must be incredibly late, right? 40 is like 3/4 done. Happy is 50% done. Well, Soen is almost finished. Moon's tech is the latest, actually. But it doesn't matter that much. I think Soen's tech is more important. For the carrying Shadow Hunter, for Radar. But I like the constant pressure. Even though the first... Oh no, this... What is this Hunter's Hold position? It's a bit odd. Okay, second time. With rifles this time. And Soen is not in a position to help. 1 archer down, 2 archers down. Moon, even if he reaches level 2, tier 2, can't go for lore since the Hunter's Hall is missing. Trying to evacuate now by time. Still nighttime for a long time, so... Moonwells are filling. And Moon and Soen, I feel like they just have to survive this. Thank you, Samenethiel, for 145 bits. Much appreciated. Yeah, they gotta survive this. They got their power spike on tier 2 with Raiders. And usually Dryads, but Moon can't go for Dryads, as I said. Didn't build a Hunter's Hall at all. So this has to work now. Are they? Oh, wow. They are willing to invest the time. During that time, Happy is, of course, taking to tier 3. Which is then their power spike.
Players' forces are under attack.
Interesting position in the game. Nobody really has the hero levels they want. Nobody really has the army they want. In general, nobody in 2-on-2 seems to be willing to go for the late game. And here is a push now into 40 space. There's no pun intended, fortification. And they force the TP back. That's exactly what they want, to buy more time for Moon. It's a double TP even. Moon is able to TP out. Soen doesn't even have to invest the speed scroll, which he didn't have. Oh, wow, that was curious. Soen is supply blocked and that burrow is late. Ouch. And the lore's only coming now. Someone said yesterday that the early game pressure is amazing, and since 2-on-2 doesn't go late. Ah, for Naga. Yeah. One of the best low-level heroes, for sure. I agree. Yeah, definitely agree. Especially for pickups with slow arrow, and Fork Lightning is still always good. She's a great right-click hero as well. It's really nothing too bad about a Naga in early to mid-game. But this is, especially for 2-on-2, getting into late-game territory now. Happy is at tier 3, Dark Ranger out, Ghoul Frenzy ready, and Archmage level 3. Oh, this is a lot of mana for Happy now. They clearly took the lead with the constant pressure on Moon. Soen willing to steal. Didn't really work. Just more time. But for what? Raider Kodo. If they fight in Moon space, there's of course Moon Worlds and the Ancient of War that can help. 40 sending back the peasants. Soen is at 500 gold. Not a decisive push. Trying to get the best position, trying to creep up a little more. But that's the big clash now. Onto the Blood Mage we go. Raider annihilated. Banish is of course a little double-edged sword here, as it amplifies the healing of a Shadow Hunter as well, which you kind of don't want. Wisps are coming in to detonate against all that mana that the Brilliance Aura brings. Archers in the back line doing solid damage, not really versus rifles, but the Demon Hunter takes care of that. Who's this better for? Happy is losing a lot, but as long as the heroes and destroyers are still there, this could work. But Moon and Soen definitely with the chance, thanks to their heroes. Demon Hunter slaughtering the peasants, but Soen has barely any army left. Demon, invul, need it. Dodges the coil, was baiting that, clearly. Who can recover better? Shop control, if they so desire, is available for Happy, who has 500 gold. A healed scroll would go a long way. And of course more consumables here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Are there big levels missing? Are there big levels nearby? Not really. Ooh, this push by 40 and Happy looked scary. But it's still more or less even. But 40's army is getting a little more optimized now, I feel. A lot of peasants died. Happy can transfer the lumber. So the human army is getting better. What he found. Medallion of Courage. Okay. Level 3 Blood Mage is insane. Another wave crashing at the shores of Soen land. No potion here. Shadowhunter holds a mana potion, so it's not that necessary. Rather use the time to set up properly. Demon Hunter in the front. Blade Master in the front. Archmage in front! And he has no TP! Ooh, Invo Potion at the ready. Now the Blade Master being nuked as well. Invo Potion used for him. Shadowhunter's gotta heal ASAP before the next nuke crashes onto him. Destroyer number 1, taken down. Goes for the Raider. Blade. Oh, that banish. Maybe a little too late. And now this is a weird position in the choke. Who gets better damage on the ground? Blood Mage far forward, a squishy hero. But the banish is absolutely fantastic against Blade Master and Demon Hunter alike. If he can spam it. Fortitude wanted to position the Blood Mage that way to just get access to the Shadow Hunter. Love to see it. Demon Hunter out of the front line, too hurt. Shadow Hunter is trying to do something. Soen is falling apart a little bit. Again, the sacrificial lamp in the front row. And now the heroes are taking over, aren't they? It certainly looks like it. The Kodo has eaten, so supply is a bit misleading. It's all down to the demon and the blade, I feel. Who has better sustain? It must be the human undead combo. Thanks to the auras, thanks to the statues. They're getting some reinforcements in, but there's still plenty of coils. And no more heal wave now. How do you recover as Orc? How do you add sustain as Orc? You simply don't. And it feels like this is the first map for Team Happy, with Blizzard even instantly interrupted. But with the Demon Hunter falling, Moon leaves the game, and that is finally their name on the scoreboard. Ties it up 1-1. Well done. Well done. Early game pressure was heavy. Very, very heavy. And especially, yeah, Moon was never really able to recover from that. And then they took it from there. Of course. If you give Happy an advantage like this, he never lets go anymore. So this puts us on map 3 in the second set. Now, if Happy and Fortitude win, they tie up this match. And if Moon and Soen win this map, well, then they take a 2-0 lead. And if you take maps off of Happy and Fortitude, everything seems possible. The winner of this match also maneuvers themselves in a positive score, as both have won and lost one of the 2-2s they played so far. Lemao, they won without good communication, which is key. Well, I don't know. Maybe in Warcraft it's not. Because Starbuck and Kraft, arguably one of the best teams in the world, are never on voice chat. These guys, they just understand. with pings and aberrations. Blade Master Demon. Stick to your guns. As well as DK Archmage. Set in stone it is. Not the greatest position for 40. Would love to have this swapped so the human can expand here. Is this going to be the first map where we truly fast expand? Moon realizes, oh, I could be up for a feast. But he's gonna be busy
A player's forces are under
creeping
attack.
his own spot. Soen, willing to go into the temple. Detonate. No. Saves the wisp. As he gets level 2 anyway. Archmage level 2. DK
A player's forces are
doing
under
pretty
attack.
much the same. I think we only have, yeah, only 5 acolytes as it seems. So Soen, yeah, he wants to be as far south as possible. Ooh. Archmage harass. Demon Hunter says hello. Yeah, he was expecting that.
A player's forces are under attack.
In the meantime, an acolyte to scout if Moon wants to expand. I mean, it's Moon. In 80% of the games he wants to expand. Soen is getting some experience done in the temple. But yeah, it's gonna be a brawl for the fountain again. So Blade's gotta heal. Oh, was that a clarity popped? Sweet. Level 2 here. Archmage says hello. Sees double claw. And like, oh, GTFO. Scrappy early game. Nobody is expanding on Lost Temple. Unfortunate situation for Soen now, as he can't really heal. Outsider Windwalk, that's another cancel, that's another self. $30 again. I'm actually new at 33.3 gold. Yeah. Ooh, that wasn't much healing. And that's the problem.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, Kevin says I see you in chat. Can you reply to my Discord message, please? That would be sweet. So I can pay you for your service. No worries, dude. I know your life is busy at the moment. Oh, Demon! Happy with the surround, maybe? But Moon dances out of it. Good counterplay. That would have taken him off the map. Blade Master again. He wants this item, but good reveals constantly throughout the game. And no chance really to steal anything. Didn't get the item, didn't get the XP. Just gets one on the nose. And now the fountain has to do the job that the heal self couldn't do. This is very scrappy. Ghouls are falling again. We've seen this before on Nullwood. When Happy is losing units earlier, they lose a lot of momentum here. And Naga is in for Moon. This is getting very stressful for 40 and Happy, is it not? They can't stay that much longer without big losses. Demon Hunter chasing, Immolation is doing a fantastic job, and Blade is back in the mix as well after a little bath. Going for the DK now, still a TP, but they are out of the temple now. And 40 alone? You can't really contest this. So is the fountain going to Moon and Soen now? Is that the big exclamation mark? A little indecisive for a second, but it's nighttime. They can't heal up. DK
A player's
cannot afford to be focused like this again. In this game, the macro for both players is fine on the Korean side. No delayed lures. No, not being supply stuck. Moon Scout sees they have all the time in the world to clear the fountain. And you know what wise people say about the fountain. If you get the fountain, you get the win.
A player's forces are under attack.
Big mana potion. Oh, this is sick. Yo, this is pretty sick. And heal wards as well in 2 and 2. Great. Town portal forced. Moon and Soen are putting on a clinic for now. They were struggling a little bit when Soen was hurt in the temple and couldn't really heal up. But now they got a lot of map control as they can cover most of the map with level 2 Windwalk. Shadow Hunter creeping. Oops, sorry. Demon Hunter level 3 as well. Expo for Moon is up.
A town is under siege.
And I'm having a hard time seeing how Happy and 40 can come back from this. Another TP force, that's number 2 on top of a ghoul kill. This game is not going Happy's way at all.
A player's forces are under attack.
So easy rat spot? Easy everything? Late game got a carry again. And we have arrived in the late game for Happy with the fast tier 3. Oops, that creep won't obey.
Player's forces are under attack.
Pot of cunning. Just a little bit of intelligence and agility. Doesn't really help. Two-v-2 isn't meant to be played like one-on-one. That depends on the map. For example, on Twisted Meadows, it's very, very, very likely that you have
Player's
2
forces are
one-on-ones.
under attack.
And just because you fight one-on-one doesn't mean that it's not a team strategy behind it. Happy and Grubby, for example, back in the 2010s, were masses of this. One guy attacks, the other heals up, and then, you know, you reverse the roles and you have constant pressure on the enemy team. Speaking of constant pressure, No, 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 no. Ooh. Ooh, that heal ward, guys. That heal ward. What do you got now? Demonic figurine. That is, ooh, almost a Blade Master kill. The Doom Guard ultimate. Unfortunately, can be dispelled.
A player's forces are under attack.
Moon, a very eloquent person reading the Book of Agility. Makes him even more cunning. So that Doom Guard could get a stomp off, though. That'd be pretty big. Expansion bottom right hand side. Mana Stone there. I think Happy and 40 sold the item they got at the red spot. No, they didn't. Ah, look at this. Archmage got it. That's the transmute item?
A player's
Or
forces
charm
are under
item?
attack.
Oh, it's the charm item. Oh yeah, give me that sweet Kodo. It's transmute? No, 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 no. Takes control of the target enemy unit. Scepter of Mastery. It's not Scepter of Avarice. chat. Always wrong. Big supply numbers for the Koreans. And they do figure out that there is an unprotected
Players' forces are under
third base. Soen is expanding as well here at the island. This is getting a little weird. 40 is pushing into Soen's base. Soen is pushing into 40's base. Moon is on the way to 40's second base, and Happy is protecting the human base. Okay, so this is really odd. Soen doesn't want to take this fight. He has to later in the one-on-one. But he'd rather like to fight 40, and why not? End snares thrown. This is a little bit of a headless chicken army. These raiders are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whoops. Damage uptime, not that great, but it's doing it now. In the meantime, Moon is wiping out that base. The Echo lead is once again with the Koreans, doubling down on that now. If Soen is not completely fumbling this fight, it's supposed to be theirs. Their game, their series, their point. And 40 is getting annihilated by these heroes. Moon comes in, TP out. This bought a little time for Happy, but what did Happy really do with that? 40 is down at 32 food. They can't really recover. Look at this. 1 base, 2 base. 3 additional bases coming up. And he is supply blocked. Not supply blocked, he's blocked in his base.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is unwinnable if not for a crazy Happy comeback. But it's only 2 heroes. You need that Happy magic.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
And now this huge push onto Fortitude's base. Might help him to get out of that block. Happy has abominations, but Dryad's pretty good against them if they are protected.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh,
Town
that's
is under
annoying.
siege.
It's also annoying. But yeah, this is so much gold. This is so much gold. What to do now? Lost Temple is pretty much empty when it comes to creeps. We get Mountain Giants by Moon. And how do you counter them? There is no Blizzard. A-bombs do a decent job. But yeah, there's an incredible amount of catch now. Roar applied, and that might be the last big fight in this 2-on-2. We get a demonic figure. The Doom Guard is out. Rain of fire coming from it. And the Blade Master is tearing the backline apart as well. These A-bombs, the poison is stacking up against them. How ironic. Scroll of the Beast constantly applied. You're gonna get stomach problems with that, my dude. But yeah, this is as one-sided as it gets. The Doom Guard, the Rain of Fire of the Doom Guard is tremendous. Double A-bomb kill in sync. And yeah, everything's falling apart. I've rarely seen such an impactful Rain of Fire. Blood Mage is about to fall, as well as these 2 Dwarven Domination. Moon and Soen. They will defeat Happy and Fortitude and take the 2-0. Whew, what a game. What a game. And it all came down to the early. Again, the fight for the temple. Moon and Soen did it better. But very, very few people do it better than Butt Crumbs, who just gifted 7 subs to end up on a total gift sub number of 2,067. Sick, dude. Absolutely sick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That makes the 2-on-2 a 2-and-1, and that makes the entire series a 2-0. Team Happy, this close to losing the first series of the tournament, the first match of the tournament. But for that to happen, we got 3 more games coming up. So Kaho has to defeat Elegant, and maybe that's their biggest chance, or the 2-on-2 with Soen and Kaho versus 40 and Elegant. Soen versus Happy. I think you won't be mad at me when I say that it's not very likely that Soen takes the series. But we're gonna see. Didn't expect this to go this way, to be honest. Did not. Sorry, before we jump into the next game, I gotta respond to something real quick. Kaho could just close it out. I was very sure that Team Happy alongside Fortitude would dominate the group stage. But Moon, Soen, and Kaho, they could ruin this. They could definitely ruin this. Match points for Kaho. We have seen reverse sweeps before in these matches. For example, on day 1, where Team Lola had thought, ha, we got this. We're leading 2-0. What could possibly stop us? Well, Lin could. With 3 wins in a row. Rabbit Lord, thank you for the 7-month resub. Good morning, Neo. It's so nice to start my day with your passionate casting. Much love. Thank you very much. Game up. Elegant versus Kaho. I am not sure if I have casted this before. And as I thought, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a first time ever. Knight of Mirror between two Chinese. Elegant, rather old school. Coming back into the scene. Kaho, the rising star of the past 2 years. We got Elegant on the bottom left-hand side. We got Kaho on the right-hand side. And of course, I gotta adjust the overlay as it is obviously 2-0 for Team Moon.
A player's forces are
Starting
under
with
attack.
Demon Hunter Seer, no big surprises. And this will be a rather tame early game. Evergreen Terrace vs Comeback Kid. Both are great, both have bangers. Cheney and Wake the Dead, both all-time great songs. So who creeps better, faster, harder, stronger? Kicking things off with rings. And dear people at Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, King, Vivendi, Warcraft team, please just make this a ring +3. That would be great. And then delete the other ring +3. That would be great. Oops, and snare. Little unfortunate, but the Demon Hunter of Elegance, like, you are not touching my archer friend. Taking care. I like it. There's some toxic masculinity vibes going from this Demon Hunter. I feel it. Ring +3 would be undertuned compared to Claws +5 and Circlet. Circlet is not on that drop page. Drop table.
A player's forces are under attack.
They just never mentioned it. Impy Dude, 33 month. 33. Let's just go. I think there's an autocorrect issue. But I thank you. I really hope it's not the last. Mr. Dude. Ring +3.5. Oh my god, no!
A player's
Ring
forces
+3 is
are
totally fine. Not the last? Alright, thank you. Ah. Whew. Can continue to pay the bills then. Easy! Let's go! 25 month. I would like to say I'm very excited to see you next week, but I mean, it's you, so. Hey, we'll see each other next week. Beer. There we go. Stalemate in the middle. Both want to be at the tavern at the arrival of tier 2. Elegant a bit hurt now, has to use a lot of moon juice. But also Kaho. No, they don't want to be at the tavern. What am I talking about? They want the keeper. Of course. Or do they? Maybe not. Kaho's Hunter's Hall is incredibly late. And you don't want... Ah, it's Elegant again playing mass range. As he so often does. Creepjack opportunity, no second hero out yet. And a TP home from Kaho. From the front yard. Yeah, and this mass range army is incredibly momentum based. And that does start a momentum. We get improved bows, we're getting
player's
talents.
forces are under attack.
Elegant reading his opponent like a book. He got some extra motivation by Happy, I'm sure. If Elegant loses, Team Happy loses. Elegant had some good showings. There's some players who really surprised me this tournament. Elegant, I know what he's capable of, so it's less of a surprise. PCG is my... how do we call it? Most improved player, I guess? Did I ever said this? Did I would ever say this? Stealing creep spots away from Elegance, from Kaho's side. And where do you maneuver now if you're Kaho? He answered with the Naga. Very rare to see a Night Elf mirror that's not going into Keeper these days. Hoping for a big heal potion. Gets double Scroll of the Beast. How unfortunate can it be? But good retreat. An archer. Okay. Oh, it's even hidden. You want to invest into dust? Talent's coming. Answered with tier 2 Dryads for now, and then... he's gonna do it, right? He's gonna do the thing that I hate. And go bears into talents. Like... speaking of meat grinders, man, you're walking into that with a smiling face. Last hit. Oh, Book of the Dead's around. That's tricky. Kaho got it. And the item as well, did he not? No, Rune Brace is on Elegant's side. Needs to get away here. Demon Hunter on the other side. Hurt. Arrows to the knees. Blocking himself a little bit. 30 HP save. And I think this game is even again.
A player's forces are under attack.
He'll bank for MGs. Yeah, I hope so. He better does. Because bears, I mean, I know that Roar and Riju are kind of cool. But against this army of range, with magic damage and fairy fire, they're gone in a sec.
Player's forces are under attack.
So yeah, I don't get that. Party Pete, thank you very much. And Toxie, you were right. It is Mountain Giants. Nice. Very nice. That forces Elegant into a position where he slowly but steady has to think about a transition even. Ironically, into bears. But he's still trying to hit his timing at the moment. No resistant skin, no hardened skin, no Mountain Giant out. And no room for a second MG. Invo Potion. There we go. Double Orb of Venom. Hero Nuke is strong on both sides. Got a micro against the taunt. And you can Cyclone now. That was a Dispel. Draining a lot of mana from these Dryads. Who? What? Oh, Elegant with a little bit of a miss micro there. Talon's not part of the fight. Archer's in the middle of everything. Elegant is getting destroyed in that fight. Link! Thank you for the 38 month. Rara land soon, baby! 6 days, mate. 6 days. Nice idea. Oh my god, that damage! Yo! How to delete a Naga from the game? My god! This derailed so quickly. It's incredible. Elegant had a solid position in the game after the creep check in the north, but Kaho found the way back with the counter creep check, and now that puts Team Moon on match points. 2 match points in a row. If Kaho wins, Team Moon wins, and they could get a great score here now. Next map, Tidehunters. Elegant going into this as the underdog. Had a good showing in the beginning, but couldn't bring it home. So the first ever match of these two goes to Kaho. Will it be a 2-0? Another 2-0. After Moon got the 2-0 over Fortitude. Unfortunately, the colors switch. But who cares? More action. Elegant under fire, under pressure. We're not switching first heroes, of course. Not with these two. With the Foggy, with the Moon, with the Lawlight, there is a chance. But yeah, Demon Hunter is too good.
Players' forces are under attack.
I really hope that Elegant is not getting frustrated. So far, he was on the receiving end against Lawlight. He was also on the receiving end against Colorful, but that was close. And if Team Moon wins here, this would open up the entire bracket.
Town is under siege.
Very tanky DH for Kaho. And that is kind of cool, especially against the style that Elegant plays. With Archer mass range. Because if you have a lot of armor, you can tank a lot. With 13 armor, 1 ring is basically the counter to Fairy Fire. And then, yeah, what do arrows do against high armor DH? Nothing. We have the expected stalemate again. 1,500 viewers. That's nice. Thank you, guys.
player's forces are under attack.
So Archer advantage here, but this is exactly what I mean. Archer damage doesn't really matter. Demon damage does, especially with the circlet. That's a nice little lead. Ooh, stutter stepping. Who controls the DH better? Looks like Elegant for now. Kaho with the Hunter's Hall. Elegant does not. Similar to Sini, I think it's relatively easy to read these days what Elegant is going for. To the counters already in his head. If he would mix it up a little bit, sometimes go bears, sometimes go mass range. I feel like that would help him a ton. Versatility, always nice to have. Bought a Ring of Protection is Elegant. Yo, that is a sick Demon Hunter now on his side. Additional armor, additional HP, more attack speed, the greater heal potion. Love to see it. So once again, the first exchanges should go to Elegant, just due to the fact that he is not investing into tech too much. Yet. And it's a keeper by Kaho. But yeah, this is defended, isn't it? Pretty much. With the heal potion, it should be. There's Moonwells everywhere. Keeper is here. Big heal potion invested now, though. And the Demon Hunter. A little bit of a weird situation here now. Not in range anymore. So this is the only potion he got. Another Entangle should be ready, as we don't have Mana Burn at the ready. Miss! Oh boy, what's going to happen now? Naga in trouble, switches to focus, Demon, both about to fall, Elegant! Miscalculated this, maybe a little unlucky on top of that. Huge chance for Kaho to close out the match 3-0. Because that was a big part of the XP.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sweet little touch by Kaho to distribute the damage between the two heroes. There was only one TP, of course. So in a little panic reaction, he TP'd with the Naga. That exposes the Demon Hunter. And that's the kill. Just like that. How about we praise the good plays of the players instead of exposing the weaknesses of the other? Toxic chat. That'd be something, right? Oh my. The red spot is going to Kaho as well. It's a disaster. Ring of Regen. He got 5 rings. HP regen on the demon is great. But yeah, Elegant is just too easy to read. You can see this push coming from a mile away. Praising good players doesn't make me feel as good as trashing their mistakes. Wow, that is so sad. What a horrible person you must be. I hope you find joy in life one day. So the base is secured. The levels look good. Anti-magic against Cyclone. And I struggle to see a way how Elegant can come back from this. Once again, we got the Mountain Giant transition up. He made a bear. That's a Care Bear. I don't want to judge him too much. You know, Roar, Reju, can be nice. Before Master Training, he's going into Mountain Giant, so it's all fine. Tinker third. Not too sure if that's the biggest help. No, I think this bear is good. They've never been played as a support role, right? Everybody always played them like, if you go bears, you have to get master. Maybe Kaho is starting a revolution. Maybe GNL was right all along to not morph them. Oh, Lado, hello. Did you now learn how moonwells work? After I educated you. You're welcome. Is this the final fight? It kind of looks like it. No expo. Not the crazy levels. Inventory is kind of fine, but I really struggle to see how you want to defeat MGs. We do have a Master Bear now. I don't like that. The revolution was stopped in its tracks. But if you can afford it, why not? Scroll of Protection. We can't even touch the heal ward. Everything gets healed again. Elegant actually with a better fight than I thought. Mountain Giant only now connecting. This is long overdue. But you know what? There's no TP. That demon is out of the fight. That Tinker doesn't look too good. And Kaho is on 8-click now. Is he not? Like, Elegant starts an expansion. That is desperation displayed in a building. But Kaho is enjoying this. Toying with his prey. Counter-expanding right away to be able to afford more Mountain Giants.
A player's forces are under attack.
And again it stays true. MG equals GG. Judging from the state of the game right now. Would love to know how much healing that heal ward did.
A player's forces are under attack.
Kaho taking it slow. Of course, you don't want to throw away a game, but I think this is pretty much unthrowable. 20 food lead, 4-4 hero soon. Hardened skin. Oh, hardened skin only now. Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
Fascinating that Elegant's expansion is working. I don't think it's gonna entangle. Nope. Will he realize this? Oh no. Wait. Did Kaho just reveal?
Is under siege.
Yeah, right? Elegant is not at the lab. I thought he might wanna reveal to just expose the gold mine to then start to entangle, but no, he had to uproot. Ferries by Elegant. Is probably the best answer to Mass Dryads. Somehow. It's hard to answer Mass Dryads. And that is the easiest cancel. For mass ferries to work though, you need attack upgrades. He doesn't have that. And it's clobbering time. Sticks in hands. Tree to the ground.
A player's forces are under attack.
Expo running. Well, that is of course the best time possible to check out backtowarcraft.com/support. Super thankful for every sub, every YouTube membership, every dono, every merch purchase, every Patreon, everything. And of course, check out raramerch.backtowarcraft.com. Shirts only available on site. But if you want to get a mousepad to the location in Dortmund, order it now. 2 days left with the code RARA pickup. Otherwise, just order it to your home and get it later. Okie dokie, another push. That's what you need the Tinker for some damage against constructions. But in a base race, very few things beat mountain giants. Gets the kill, but that just ties up the bases to 1-1. Elegant's base is so getting wrecked. Double heal scroll, good drinks. But Kaho can just move away. Treants, oh my god. 3 MGs in the Treants. Yeah, his base race potential is almost unlimited. And in a fight, this army isn't too shabby either if the positioning is alright. Now the ferries can show their strength. Don't even have upgrades, but should be fine with consumables. Naga on the way out. Kaho with a level 5 Demon Hunter against a level 3 Demon Hunter. That also tells a big story. Naga doesn't tell anything anymore to no one. She dead. And yeah, do I have to cast this? I mean, it is a slaughter. good phase shifts, but it's also level 5 keeper. And Elegant stemming against the defeat. He knows the longer a game goes, the more viewing time there is. But yeah, that's Kaho and that's the game. That's the match going to Team Moon 3-0. Crazy. Did not expect this at all. At all. But Moon defeats 42-0. Moon and Soen defeat Happy and 40 in the 2-2s. And Kaho also defeats Elegant. Ay, ay, ay. Clear as is. 3-0. So, for the standings, you can still get points, of course, and that will be important for Fortitude and Elegant now to score against Kaho and Soen. And then, of course, Happy is the big favorite versus Soen later. As we have still 2 more matches. By the way, if you really want to come to Rara Land, on the Discord, there is a ticket up for grabs. Right now, I think. We're going into 2-2 territory again with Kaho and Soen versus Fortitude and Elegant. Just for the cosmetics now, of course. But yeah. For the overall ranking, match score is really important. So time for Team Happy to do some cosmetics. But certainly with the results here today, things are evened out a lot more than they were before in this league. What do we got? We got Kaho and Soen for Team Moon on the bottom left-hand side. And we got Fortitude and Elegant on the upper right-hand side. So instead of human undead, we now get human night elf. And that is probably one of the strongest combos right now. But night elf versus orc, universally good throughout all patches we ever had. I wonder if this is gonna be the classic Rifle Priest Dryad army. Or if we go tier 3, because Tyr's Fall Glades, the map we're on, is kinda designed to give us late game.
Player's forces are under attack.
And again, Soen and Kaho opening up with Demon Hunter Keeper, just like Soen did with Moon. And that was very successful. So why not?
Player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, Ancient of War. 40, not... Ah, there we go. Yo, that's very annoying for Kaho. What the hell? Ancient of War down in the early game. He is kinda lucky that there's a mercenary camp here and he still can get items. Items? Units? But yeah, that is pretty annoying. In the meantime, Blade Harass, also very annoying. All game plans ruined, I would say. We unfold our attacks for 40. This very much looks like a rifle build. And why not? The timing for that is just extremely good. I wonder against Raider Kodo, do you need something more maybe?
Player's forces are under attack.
Once again, in this league, there seemed to be a developed meta with low hero levels and earlier pushes. We've seen this pretty much every day. Expo, maybe just too fragile if you know the timing to counter it.
Player's forces are under attack.
Especially this Demon Hunter is turning out to be quite a beast already, but now they're getting caught. Or who's getting caught with whom? Blade Master on the way to forcing a town portal here. Want to stay a little longer. Now they focus. Both DHs in trouble, but one has a heal potion and the other has to go for a town portal. Mercs also under attack here. Oh no. That's a little unfortunate. 40 stays in this. Yo, that heal potion was of extreme importance. Naga second for Elegant. Very disappointing match so far for Fortitude and Elegant alike. Time for redemption here now. And it is the Pally rifle push. It's actually Pally rifle in a fire rifle push. For a little bit of oomph. Double tier 3. Now we're talking. How can you stop this with tier 2 Night Elf Orc?
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, Paladin is getting burned right away. That's not too great. Only one Holy Light remaining.
A player's forces are under attack.
So yeah, tier 3 is about to be done. This was a little fragile with only one lore for the longest time. The answer is gonna be tier 3 on the other side as well. Devotion is evened out, actually, thanks to the item. Quite nice.
A player's forces
Yeah,
are
once
under
tier
attack.
3 is done. How do you win? Mountain Giants are going to be great against rifles, but the other side has Mountain Giants as well. And you don't really have a counter to that?
Player's forces are under attack.
We get red spots. So... what's it gonna be? Stone token, Golem, kinda nice for hero focus. Sweet interceptions by Kaho in this game. And stone token on the other side as well. Oh, bears. Bears do fine versus MGs, but won't they be annihilated by Blizzard, which we're retraining to now? And inner fire rifles? Isn't that just the hard counter? I feel like if you allow a human night elf into the late game, you lose. If the execution of the strat is obviously on an almost even level. But maybe Moon and Soen know this game a little better than I do, which is likely. But not guaranteed. And they will show me. Is Inner Fire ready? Yep, but very limited. So we do have the fight, 2 MGs. Supply is fairly even with the lead on Elegant due to MGs, of course. We got a Book of the Dead, we got a Stone Token, we got the Blizzard. And the Raiders can't really connect. They also can't really run away. They're stuck in the front line there. And everything is already so hurt. And that is with only one wave of Blizzard. Moon and Soen are doing a fine job dealing with the MGs. I did not expect that, really. But one is saved. The bears are also soon to be falling. And Fortitude, yeah, there's new Mountain Giants coming in. Both Stone Tokens gone. Level 3 Archmage makes Blizzard a lot better, or even Aura. Doesn't really matter what you do. And now there's Elegant standing with the whooping 62 supply. On the back of this, there is an expansion attempt. And it's at 50%. So that could be their win condition.
A player's forces are under attack.
The gold player tells the grandmaster player how to play the game. Was I right or was I right? Sometimes gaming boils down to simple logic.
A player's forces are under attack.
And also sometimes, having a brain for the game doesn't mean you're good at the game. But Expo's running, and that push did work to a degree.
A player's forces
But
are
now
under attack.
it's 17 armor mountain giants. 17 armor on a 1600 HP unit. That is a lot to chew on. But I'm just a Gold League player, what do I know? I'm probably wrong on this.
A player's forces are under
They
attack.
gotta buy time, and they gotta buy a lot of time. But it doesn't really matter. Like, 40 and Elegant are in such a comfortable position. They can split their forces. 40's army is enough to hold on at home long enough for the mountain giants to clobber it down. Otherwise, it forces a response. And that's exactly what we get here. Oh my god, this is 6 MGs! That's 10,000 HP. And that by... You don't even notice, really, that a fight was happening here. Blizzard is coming in against the Orc army. Raider was in position. That was fine. So the second mountain giant is falling. The third mountain giant is falling. Are they really doing this? The bears are a wonderful, wonderful counter, and the rifles can never connect. This fight by 40 is abysmal. This is not how this is supposed to be. When the bears attack, they should be countered by Blizzard, by inner fire rifles, but they aren't. Elegant is losing absolutely everything. Can 40... Yes, like it's kind of like fighting alone now. Can they still do it? Elegant needs a potion soon. Oh my god, what a disaster this is. Shadowhunter is running out of mana soon. Soen aiming for the shop. Invo potion can dive once again. But the sustain on this Night Elf human army is out of this world. Despite losing 5 mountain giants, it's still not very decisive who wins this. Kaho still has a big supply! Demon Hunter almost dying, and now they clean this up, don't they? They do. Oh, this was never supposed to be this way. Paladin about to fall. Archmates, maybe. The rifles are trying to gun down the blade, but there's staffs everywhere. Incredibly botched fight by 40 and Elegant. And now they got 4 bases. And now this, of course, is very, 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 very winnable. I cannot believe how bad the fighting position was. Of course, bears win against mountain giants if there's no rifle or blizzard backup. Soen and Kaho executed this really well, but they were allowed to do it that way by Elegant and 40. They had to get out there instantly. Oh, this is a total disaster.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay. With Night Elf home turf advantage, maybe. That Blizzard is looking a lot better, but of course at this time of the game there's a lot of ensnares too. Wow, Mountain Giants don't look too strong, do they? Demon Hunter getting nuked with a 3-3-2 crit. Holy moly. What a throw. What a gigantic throw. But good for Soen. Good for Kaho. Shit. And now, I of course look incredibly dumb, saying that you cannot really win. But I also said, with even execution. And that wasn't even execution. There was great execution by Soen and Kaho. They did exactly what they had to do. And Fortitude and Elegant did exactly what they not had to do by staying in that fight. I do understand that it's quite a bit funny now, though. Oi, 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 oi. Good hold. Good game sense. 1-0. Is it gonna be a 4-1, everybody? It very well could be. Happy must be breaking his screen. It was not a throw. Okay. Just because Ensnare always cancelled Blizzard? It's not really true. I mean, in the last fight, yep. But not in the first big fight. Oy, 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 oy. Well, let's see how this goes on Lost Temple, everybody. Seriously, not the day for 40 and Elegant. Fortitude is heavily underperforming today. Torrents are literally unplayable in every game mode. I think in FFA they have a spot to a degree. Depends on a lot of things. As or everything in Warcraft. Ooh, we got a Keeper Archmage opening. Versus the standard Demon Hunter Blade. So we go hunts, huh?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yo, what's the play? Expo position in favor of Kaho and in favor of Elegant. But yeah, Commander 40 was tinkering with something.
Player's forces are under attack.
And I'm curious how they want to do it. 40 could of course still expand on that position, even though it's a bit more exposed.
Player's forces are
I never understood why Pulverize is a separate tech instead of by default for Torrent. Yeah, as a human player with Sundering Blades built into Knights, one cannot understand. I see that, Knubber. It's a bit of a stalemate here. Fighting for XP in the middle, fighting for items.
A player's forces are under attack.
And again, for the second time, nobody is fast expanding on Lost Temple. Kind of blasphemous, isn't it? But yeah, that was a likely... Love that Kaho smelled this right away when he saw the Keeper. It's like, yeah, you're trying something. But we get it. You're a little desperate after what happened in the game.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
And that should be... That should be a doable defense with the right allocated units. Is this push already falling apart? Won't get the resource back. Archmage is kinda hurt. Keeper was very hurt. A Heron, thank you for the 3-year resub. Happy Friday. Wow, my voice. Happy Friday. What happened there? Oh, that screams for some ginger tea later. Can't get sick before Rara. 6 days. Dude, 6 days. I'm gonna travel there on Tuesday already. Alright, nighttime. Time to charge up. 40 is going double Rex rifles.
A player's forces are under attack.
And they get the shot now. Uncontested. Kaho and Soen seemingly a little worried about what's gonna come for them. No expansion here, it's just an Ancient of War. Blade trying to steal something. He gets so much information now. Oops, Windwalk expired. Unfortunate. But Entangle ends up on the null. That was a misclick. Alright, again. Nicely playing around it. Mountain King comes in too. Ha! He got the big potion. Yoink.
A player's forces are under attack.
Uh-oh. Doesn't help him though. He used the potion and he's dead. Jeez. This is getting problematic.
A town is under siege.
Yo, this is getting really problematic.
A player's forces are
Supply lead. What? That madman is going red spot. Maybe desperation to I don't know, try to level. Oh, this is so much time for Fortitude.
A town is under siege.
I like the resiliency. After that AP got knocked out early in the game, they just try again. Oh boy. But yeah, problematic of course, can't really TP. The Shadow Hunter was creeping with the rest of the army. That Blade Master, by the way, looked like a fly. It's, okay. No racks. Only a bestiary. And again, guys, it doesn't matter how bad your early game is, as long as you get the fountain.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
How do you break this siege? Soen is supply blocked. There's a lot of Huns. There's 2 APs. There's a shop. And no big levels. Yeah. Did not necessarily expect this after the AP got killed. That was of course a good distraction for the blade and grunt. Oh, this is ogre. We have an expo here on the right hand side. Huns are melting against the piercing damage, but the sustain could just be enough. Lots of damage ending up on the Blade Master. Wait a minute. Elegant, you are donating a lot of your army away, my friend. Like almost everything, but Fortitude is standing strong with the rifles. Soen also, nothing left. Yeah, and the rifles will just clean up. Or should. Let's say should. Nothing's for certain here in this 2-on-2. Archmage! No way! Oh, I had an Ankh. Nice pass. Okay, region scroll. And we end up in the same stalemate. But yo, that was a little unnecessary to lose so many Huns. But okay, glaives are coming in. Keeper! Elegant! What are you doing?
Player's forces are under attack.
No way they hold this.
The town is under siege.
No way they hold. There's no chance they hold this. I mean, if you donate all of your reinforcements into the back of your opponent's army, that's not necessarily great. Kaho got 2 bases. This is now also a new 40 base. Blade Master is... Oh my god, they lose this. That is absolutely terrible for 40 and Elegant. And guess what? Elegant doesn't have a TP. I'm stunned. I'm at loss for words. And they will never, ever, ever scout this. Dude, that Kaho and Soen saw the way out of this push is remarkable. The hexes were super sweet. They will never scout this. Yo. There is a second base now, but it's just tier 1. And there's more counters to the Huns. They are soon to be useless. Kaho, 400 IQ to expand bottom right. And again, like, 40 donated 12 supply to the enemy army just by rally points.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oops. Team Happy could go 0-4. That is not what you want. That's not your way to start a weekend.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think that Hunter's death cry says a lot. Okay, 40. Time to carry this. What? Okay. On top of the Dryads. Interesting. Trying to buy some time for the Huns to flank to the right-hand side. So the Dryads have to reposition. Oh, Invo Potion forced. A hero kill would have changed quite a bit. Good. Solid TP. That helped a lot. But yeah. It's 4 bases versus 3.
A player's force.
Game goes on though. 40 and Elegant fighting. The Hunts obviously don't do anything. They're just meat shields. Pretty expensive meat shields. That could also be good for base racing. If one day Fortitude finds out about this. It's not over. Oh, Kaho gets bears. Not too sure if it matters that much.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's not an instant hard counter. It is, of course, a lot better to have than not to have. And yeah, Soen has a very good idea that this is happening here, buying time for Kaho to creep the red. Could be some free kills here. Soen, are you brute forcing this? Is that really necessary? We have a TP, the wisps are almost all gone. Shadowhunter needs heal, gets the heal, but very little surface area, and yeah, that doesn't work. A lot of gold from pillage, but solid defense. And now Fortitude is the one to press forward. Emerald of the Wild, just a Furberg. If only they knew. This would have been the easiest push for Fortitude. He crossed the entire map, but he has no clue. Weird position for Kaho now. Got his staff up. And he needs the help of Soen. And Soen is far away. 3 losses currently. 2 heal scrolls for 40, 1 for Elegant. This is not a bad push at all. And you see how quickly these buildings are falling against Huns and mortars. Supply is more or less even. Can the bears connect? At the moment they're in a horrible spot. Blizzard on top, intercepted immediately. Quick and snare from this raider. He will pay the ultimate price, but should be fine. Here's the Ursa Warrior. Great damage if not taken care of. Or with Ritu on top, that thing can be a beast. New Ritu coming in. And as we said, these Huns are nothing but fodder. Slowly but steady, there's a big problem for the backline here. As the Blade Master and Bears are closing in on them. Archmage not getting attacked much longer. Priests are falling apart. New reinforcements. MK dies for the second time. And I think we do have our solutions now, with Elegant being wiped off the map. Archmage as well. Oh my. Team Happy 0-4. And it's down to the resiliency of Soen and the strategic genius of Kaho to build this expansion bottom right. This game was almost lost. Almost lost. Until they found the time to expand in a position where it was never scouted. This is gnarly. Klabauta, thank you for the sub. 4 years, man. Much love. Yo! Unexpected. So now the question is, can they make it 5-0? Is it one of these days where everything is crazy? And Soen defeats Happy. If it could just be one of these days, no? Is it possible? Game is up. As always, no breaks. 2.5 hours straight up gameplay. Okay, this is on paper the most one-sided game of the day. Happy stepping into the ring himself versus Soen. It's been very clear in the past. But today everything seems possible for Team Moon. Everything went their way for now. Yep, this is not a bug in the overlay. This is Team Moon 4, Team Happy 0. Can they keep their clean sheet, or will the wrath of the Emperor hit Soen now? It's been a while since Soen stood a chance. But there's a new build in town. And that is Farseer, Fast Tech, Double Raider, and Walker. What a great buff they're gonna get, by the way. But this could also be incredibly brutal. Happy killed Lin with a 2-1, but he did. And Soen, no disrespect, but probably a level below. You want this to be a 5-0? Do you believe? Is there a chance? It is the fastest tech in the book prior to the 2-minute mark.
A player's forces
And what's
are
Happy's
under
answer?
attack.
Definitely refining strats. Refining timings. Going for a narrow tower very early on. And for good reason, because the Farseer is here. You're researching this already? Okay. Interesting that Happy is using this lumber. The narrow is countering this greatly. It delays the tech, and that's all you want. Oh. Wow, Happy already rebuilding an Acolyte. He's sacrificing so much tech time for creeping. And he has no TP. As he never does. With the backup Acolyte, he feels comfortable to tech. But that is 80 seconds. No Acolyte kill yet. And you don't want to expose yourself to a Happy surround. No, 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 no. So DK levels will be great. Oh. Late cancel. Not having a graveyard is of course a bit problematic. And it's not even the last round of wolves. Soen can do more here. But Happy, great defense. TC coming. And with what do you want to push a tier 2 expansion?
Player's forces are under attack.
Another cancel. This was an early graveyard. I'm not 100% sure what the reason for this is. Takes the pressure off of ghouls and acolytes, I assume. But this one has to work. Okay. Slaughterhouse delayed. So he gave Happy a level 3 DK for free. On the cost of a fast tech and a very late graveyard. TC out. And of course, as we always build now, double Beastery Totem. There's some catching up to do. Can Soen still expand? Here also, both players have barely an army. Can't really call this an army, can you?
A player's forces are under attack.
Wow, this is so greedy. Holy moly. And an early sack pit. Because, yeah, you can't build a slaughterhouse yet. So, rather tech, get the Lich. And the sacrificial pit is never really wrong. But this is also delayed fiends if you want to go for them. But Happy really never does. It's always Gargs. But for that, you need the graveyard as well. I don't hate Soen's position.
A player's forces are under attack.
But he needs a second base. Otherwise, the tier 3 undead is gonna be too strong. And levels, of course. So now, Soen playing the defensive part. Happy optimizing things as always. sells the sack pit immediately. Wait.
Player's forces
Ah,
are
Shade
under
is here.
attack.
Okay. I thought for a second he sold it. Can you sell a sacrificial pit when the Shade is building? I don't even know. No? Nice. Get a ward here. Reinforced defense is coming. Lich though, holy moly.
A player's forces are under attack.
Triple claw already. That's sweet. TC not level 3. And Ghoul's Darks is not the greatest army. He needs a Lich like this. He does. Level 3 TC online. Expo 50%. It's coming together. But we know how happy games are. Whoa, that's ambitious. Is the middle completely covered? Looks like, okay, he got the perfect vision now. Dark Ranger for the silence. Soen is abandoning this. This was of course wasted time, but he needs to be ready. This expo has to work. Happy striking. Iron is hot. And the positioning is a little odd. Coil Nova waiting in the wings. Eats a lot. But the bats, that means they should be justified. It's 4 bats. Here they go. Waiting for the Destro, but the statue also sniped immediately. This is such a huge win for Soen already. Expo is up in a bit. The bats connected almost perfectly. Destro is up now. Oh, can he continue this? Needs to be on top of his game at all times. If he can take out the Destro, it would be gigantic. Kodo has not eaten yet. Raider safe to the side. Happy is Ghouls on the right-hand side. There's still so much mana on this TC. And the Burrow can help now. Defensive position for Soen. Expo not running yet, but it's up. More bats. More bats are necessary to clear the air. And he's trying to bait a little bit. Healing, of course, lacking now. TC can't engage. Soen seems to be a little unsure when to engage and where. The Burrow is a heaven set. We have no armor upgrades here, by the way. A Coil Nova waiting for the big cow. Trying to bait, but Happy. It's not going for the nuke. Just chipping with the damage, chipping with the Dark Ranger. One nuke could wipe out 4 bats now. If they connect, 2 of them. Oh, the Destro goes down. Level 3 on the Farseer. The Burrow isn't falling yet. Basically free damage at the moment. Ghouls are falling. Happy down. 7 supply. New wolf summon. TC has the time to move back for the heal self. This kinda has to be cancelled. With the Nova he does. Retreat. New selves. Is that... Oh, the Farseer! What are you doing there? Was diving for the statue and takes it out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What? What? Chain Lightning wants the Dark Rangers being saved. Farseer killed. Oh no, Soen. The TC is about to pop as well. It's just waiting for the coil. Oh, 1.5 minutes without the first hero. Can he hold without that? Massive Nova. Oh my god. Ghouls and peons alike are falling like flies. Bats are being taken out of the air. Happy still sees the win condition. New ghouls are streaming in. Bats first connecting. One taken out. If this bear connects, is another 5 supply gone. Stomp comes in with the potion. Burrow is gone. Finally! That static defense took forever to wipe out. But Happy now got this. What a weird fight this was.
The town is under siege.
Could have been better. Maybe. Potion of healing. To portal to the main, heal up and re-engage. Because that base is broken now. And imagine Happy is facing spiked orc defenses. Then this would not be possible right now. Oh, Soen got incredibly close. Trying again to hold on to this second base, but there's nothing left. Ah, Soen got a little shaky.
Players' forces are under attack.
And Tidehunter is one of the best Farseer maps. Goes to Happy. Saving maybe a point for his team. This looked very good for very long. And what was that Farseer doing there? I'm not too sure. Was he just diving for the statue and really wanted it and overcommitted? Or did he lose track? Ah, the setup was really good. But in the end, Happy is a bit better than you are. What a weird early game this also is, right? Happy just doesn't care if you're in his base or not. So funny. The next map, and maybe last map of the day, is Concealed Hill. If Happy wins this, it's at least a 4-1. But Soen, of course, can bring this back. It's been a while since he won a map against Happy. But today it's getting close. Oh, the stream language is German? What the hell? Happy once was close to, or was above 2800 MMR. Nowadays 2730. It's been 4 months since Soen took a map. Can he do it again? Mancaroni, thank you for the 34 months. Zuk Zuk. Rabatska, also thank you for the sub. We of course are not changing anything on the Soen side. Farseer, fast tech. What's the tech timing exactly? Let's take a look. $148. That is, of course, the fastest possible tech there is. No risks by Happy. He's luring out the at least one wolf, not the entire Farseer, but one wolf away to the side. I don't hate that. This could force a coil, but you know, Happy doesn't need a coil. What an idiotic idea. But yeah, damage on the DK is an achievement. Yeah, Happy always perfect with that. Objectives. Pressure the DK. Pressure the economy. Was about to say, is it Happy's new build to go for 6 acolytes? Apparently not. That was just an adjustment. And the wolves aren't present here anymore, so it's the right call. No way. No way. Oh, what? Soen gets a last hit off of Happy? Everything is possible today, guys. And it was the big one. Another chance. That prevents level 2, if not for the wolf, and Soen knows this. I don't know when this has happened last. Happy is the king of last hits. So DK, no level 2, down to 40%. Of course, DK pressure on Concealed Hill isn't the best, because fountains. But still, will lead to some passivity at some point. And Soen's tech is done. 4 minutes, 18 seconds. 8 seconds. Oh, he would have loved to get that. Now Unholy Aura is ready. Now things get a little more dicey. A surround is possible. Soen switches it up. Double Beastery into reinforced defenses. No totem? Ah, there it is. Yeah. A little bit of muscle memory, maybe. Second burrow up front, then reinforced defenses after. Yeah, Happy has a level less than on the first map, but he also has a way better tech. As of course, the graveyard wasn't delayed at all. So I like this better for Happy than game 1. Soen still has a lot of gold to spend, a lot of creeps to camp. Can Soen somehow snipe the Gargs early? Garg play is a numbers game. Always. In any combination. If you have few of them, they're really bad. If you have a lot of them, they're really good.
The player's forces are under attack.
He is creeping up a little storm. Got the level 3. And no stomp. So this is gonna be hard for Soen to get last hits again. But little anti-air. Ooh, that peon kill. Sweet. Happy, of course, knows that the backbone of the strat is the tier 2 expansion. So he's trying to contest this for as long as possible.
The player's forces are under attack.
And this is working. This is working perfectly almost. Speed scroll, but what threat is there if there's no stomp? Happy even has the town portal. Lich comes in. That Raider is mostly gone. Yep, Coil Nova trades it for a ghoul, totally fine. Creep is still there. Peon number 2 gets killed by the assassin, standing true to the name. And this game is bad. Bad for some.
The player's forces are under attack.
Now you get Stomp. That might change a little bit, but the firepower just isn't there. Maybe with Hex and Stomp and Chain Lightning. Clearly a statement like, get away, dude. But without a Wyvern who just fell, there's just no damage. Oh. This is a pretty sick hard counter by Happy, I gotta say. And that was just 2 heroes. And ghouls, of course, but ghouls fell. Most of them, at least. This expo is incredibly late. And Happy's push was already really good on map 1. We don't have reinforced defenses finished, only in half of production time. No spikes out. Soen needs half a miracle. I like that he's contesting the fountain, because you know how easy it is to creep with Gargs. And with rune braces maybe? Belt. Helps a bit. He saw him coming with the illusion, but do we have any defenses? Nope. And with that, he's supply blocked, and yeah, there's no chance. Raiders getting nuked. Bad Rider not detonating. The first game was very close, and Soen had a wonderful shot of winning that one, and he kind of fumbled it a little bit. But it's hard to play a perfect game against Happy, who is forcing you to so many errors. And now, well, good thing Soen isn't supply blocked anymore. It won't be. Okay, Happy, the carry of his team, gets the 1 win, but that's about it. Only 1 win, and that is the story here today. Only 1 win for Team Happy. And that was the man, the myth, the legend himself. That means +3 points for Team Moon, who were in an extraordinary position already. And now it's even better. Liquipedia already entered this. Oops, that vote. Stupid vote. Team Moon now first with +7. They only have 1 match left, while, for example, 120 still has 4 matches left. So there's definitely some room to be caught. But they have +6 better than Team Happy has. That's incredible. Team Lawliot looking rather weak. Also, only 1 match left. Team Lin still has chances with 2 more games. And Team Lin versus Team Moon, you know, things are even out map score wise. Because, you know, if in this case Team Lin wins a map, it automatically means Team Moon loses a map. You know what I mean? But yeah. Team Happy versus Team 120 is also pretty freaking hype. And of course, we're gonna have 4 more days, and then there's Rara time. Yep. That was an important win for Moon, because you get seeded into Ascension playoffs. That's pretty much rank 2 guaranteed, right? Unless we see like a 5-0 from Lin versus Moon. But it's very, very likely that they are not here in round 1. At least quarterfinals, maybe semifinals, almost likely grand finals. But we'll see what 120 brings to the table with his team, alongside Focus and Remind. That was it for the Doubi Engine of Wonders Cup today. Okay, gotta. Our good friend Carifian said he posted big post in the Blizzard forums, and I like his opinion. So let's check it out to end the stream. As we got a new PTR yesterday. God, I hate these forums. Yes, some Night Elf players went on a little tantrum yesterday. And posted pretty much every second minute, and I think they continue today to do so. So Carifian posted a counter post to that, I think, to say why the expected imbalance from Undead versus Night Elf is maybe overrated. Is that what the post is about? More or less? I think that's what I read. So yeah, let's take it in part. Okay. All right, so let's see. You want to talk balance in depth? Like, before this post, there is a million posts from a known Night Elf player. As I said, tantrum, and it's too much and it's too repetitive. So I won't show you all that. You can read it up yourself. Yo, Frozen Yeti, thank you for the sub. So I'm interested in the counterpoint. Because, you know, I've heard the Night Elf perspective a million times, and I'm kind of exhausted from it because people keep on repeating it, which doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just a Night Elf narrative fatigue, if that makes any sense. No disrespect to anyone or any opinion, but I think my point gets across if you want to. So, Carifian. All right, you want to talk balance in depth? So here's the problem and what you constantly omit to speak of. I read vomit immediately, lol. To speak of in this entire breakdown of matchup imbalances based on expected versus actual win rate. You keep approaching this data from the perspective that the expected win rate is correct and the actual win rate is what needs to be addressed. Oh, I'm not too knowledgeable about that, to be honest. Needs to be addressed for balance to be achieved. Expected win rate is definitely not the ultimate metric. Neither is actual win rate. Expected win rate is very likely to be better, a lot better, than actual win rate, but it's by no means perfect, and the creator of the expected win rate says as much. The data itself does not make a statement at all on what part is off. In reality, Night Elf versus Undead having such a high deviation merely means one thing. Night Elf does much worse versus Undead than it does versus Orc and Human. But that could be either because the matchup is UD favored and the others are balanced, or the other matchups are Night Elf favored and the matchup is even. In either case, it results in the data turning out like this. That sounds true. He's not saying that any of the two options is right, just that looking at this logically, there's these two options, I think. So there's a core there that you never add to discussion of this data set. Night Elf has inflated MMR, which means their expected win rate is generally inflated as well. Why can I dare make such a bold statement? Because Night Elf disproportionately make up the top X% of MMR compared to how many players it has, no matter what number you pick for X. I don't think that's true. Because Night Elves disproportionately make up the top X% of MMR compared to how many players it has, no matter what number you pick for X. That doesn't have to be necessarily true. It could just be that out of the top 20, 8 Night Elf players are just really good and then it falls off. But I give them the benefit of the doubt and check this out. Number of unique IDs per race based on average MMR by percentile. Share of unique. All right. So on the highest level, there is just more Night Elves. While overall, there is little Night Elves. Really? I did not expect this at all. I'm still not sure if one thing leads to the other. Hello, Yawzy. Nice to see you. Standout stats. Okay, we just looked at it. So while there's only 23% of the player base is playing Night Elf, at the top, there's 1/3 of the players are a Night Elf. So this is obviously, there's something off there. But can this lead to a conclusion that there's MMR inflation? How about the 7 players are just really good and it's a coincidence that they are Night Elf? Anyway, as you can see, despite having the lowest number of players, they make up exactly 1/3 of the top 1% of the players. And even if you think, well, the bottom 50% should be discounted, they don't play the game seriously and just go by what looks cool, they pollute the data pool. They still make up 25% of the top 50 MMR players, which is a good distribution, but then you would expect that representation to remain instead of increasing to 33%. Whatever percent of the players you decide to take as serious players, the numbers should be consistent, or at least not getting higher and higher. Is that so? I don't think that necessarily has to be true. For example, let's say around 2000 MMR, Night Elf is the easiest, and 2000 MMR is where you can start to get prize money, right? Roundabout. Let's just say that, roundabout. For little show matches, etc. So if you're able to reach that plateau of 2000 MMR, or put in whatever number, it doesn't really matter for the sake of the argument. If you have a good time at 2000 MMR, you have a good time at the entry level of prize money competitive Warcraft, and therefore get more motivated to play even more, and that leads to you taking the game more serious, put in more work, and that leads then eventually to you becoming a top 1% player. Could be. Not saying it is that way, but it could be. Maybe you mentioned that later as well, we'll see. Now you can choose to interpret this fact in 2 ways. As far as I'm concerned, you have to pick one of the 2. Night Elf players are on average better players than those of other races. Night Elf is overall overtuned compared to other races. But if they are overall overtuned. I gotta look at the stats once again. Shouldn't they have even fewer people at lower MMR? If you subscribe to number 1, that's a daring view to take. Yeah. And I doubt many will share it, including other Night Elf players. If instead you subscribe to number 2, then this casts a shadow on all the expected versus actual win rate statistics. Because this means Night Elf have disproportionately higher MMR by virtue of being overall overtuned, and thus each of their expected win rate stats is inflated. Each of them. Would love to have Dondo here to see if this applies, because he made some points against such things somewhere, but I don't remember really. You could also make an argument that, let's say, you watch competitive Warcraft and you get inspired by Moon because he's the greatest player of the game, in the history of this game. And that is why you play Night Elf. And you might play Human because it's the first thing you play in the campaign, and you get attached to Human, and that's why you decide to play Human, and that's why you have a high number of Human in low MMR numbers, for example. There's so many asterisks. Yes, 100%. This means 3 things. Night Elf vs. Undead has a lower disconnect between expected and actual win rate than the raw stats imply. Night Elf vs. Orc is not balanced, but actually Night Elf favored, at least slightly. Night Elf vs. Orc is, in fact, very likely the most imbalanced matchup in the game. That... Good thing about me is, I never really approach stuff too scientifically. I look at some numbers and I use them if they support my statement, and I ignore them if they're not. I feel like the best impression of balance is when 2 top players play in more or less flawless game, or if they make mistakes, then it's very, very minor ones, and they happen on both sides, so they even out. That is, aside from all numbers, probably the best thing we can look at when it comes to balance. And in my humble opinion, either the matchup is played wrong, or Undead is very much favored here. Because of course, you can always change stuff. For example, go for timings, for a certain timing where Undead in general isn't that strong, or the strong aspects of Undead just aren't available yet. But I think Night Elf has a very tough time in the beginning due to expansions and possible tower pushes, but we don't really see that on the highest level, and especially late game with Garks. And then there's barely, like, in the ultra late game, it is incredibly tough to beat Garks. So you have to prevent the Undead from reaching that level, but that is also incredibly hard, as you can get hard counted very often. But that is not the discussion here, really. Note that this does not mean that Night Elf vs. Undead is not UD favored. It likely still is, even if you adjusted the MMRs and those expected win rate of Night Elf to be more in line with other races, but it's absolutely incredibly disingenuous. Nice. To put it at this level of importance, especially compared to Night Elf vs. Human, and entirely ignoring the disproportionately high representation of Night Elf in the upper percentile of MMR, while talking about this, which again, unless your position is that Night Elf players are better than others, implies an overall imbalance in favor of Night Elf. A general nerf to Night Elf, such as Moonwells, is thus very much warranted balance-wise. Then we won't have disproportionately many Night Elves congregating near the top, lowering their MMR and expected win rates. This lowers the deviation percent of Night Elf versus Undead, adds the deviation on Night Elf versus Orc in favor of Night Elf, and increases the deviation on Night Elf versus Human. Both of the latter also being addressed in this patch with buffs to Human and Orc. Correct. So this patch is looking real good for evening out the Night Elf win rate, isn't it? I mean, Night Elf is on the receiving end in pretty much all matchups. So there is supposed to be apparently a huge overperformance. But we should also question if people play perfectly, which is never the case, but just in that, let's just look at it that way. If everyone plays perfectly, do we expect Night Elf to have a solid chance in the way the matchups are played at the moment? And there the answer is probably not. And then there's the question, and this is what patches ideally should enable, should we play the matchup differently? And that is gonna be the interesting question. Should we use Warden versus Undead? Must we use Warden versus Human? Is the Warden still working with the Moonwell nerf, etc., etc.? The elephant in the room, I'm not blind to myself, is of course the implication of the opposite. Are Night Elf players really that much worse than Undead players that their expected win rate of 43.8% against them is too high? It sounds crazy putting it like that, I know, but this is comparatively very small data set, and regardless, there's no way around the fact that Night Elf is way more represented in the top MMR brackets, both in absolute and relative numbers to the total number of people playing the race. Two explanations for this. Good luck if your position is that Night Elf players are better than others. Or do you have a better explanation? I love to hear it. Very good post. Addressing a lot with a lot of text. In forum posts, you will never be able to discuss 100% of possible things. So I've read all 385 posts in this thread, or let's say 380 posts. I'm not catching up to a lot to the most recent ones, but this is for sure one of the better ones. I think Warcraft 3 people are incredibly weak using and understanding statistics and data. There's not even a handful of people who use them correctly. I think you looked at this in a very interesting way. Since I don't have the craziest knowledge about how high MMR influences the expected win rate directly, I would leave this post to Don Dolare to say if that's right or wrong. I could already tell you that there could potentially be other reasons for this than just an overtuned Night Elf race. But after reading 50, wild guess, maybe 35 to 50 raging Night Elf posts, this was a refreshing way of looking at things. I'm rather biased against the players that keep misusing statistics to make their point. Yes. Yep. I get that. I totally get that. And in that, you made a solid point. Yes. One of the top 0.5% of the posts in this forum, I would say. And curious. Very, very, very curious to see the response coming. from Dondo, from a neutral statistic point of things, and from the let's be honest, a lot of Night Elf players are currently in their metamorphosis form with immolation on. So I'm curious to see that metamorphosis immolation response to this. It will certainly be interesting. With that said, I'm off now. I got an event to to organize. Carson is back in 3 hours, 40 minutes for the weekly cup. We play again on PTR balance. You can show us all that Night Elf is unplayable with the current implementation of Moonwells. Show us. We play on PTR balance once again, thanks to the awesome people at War 3 Champions. So, thank you for the subs. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. And am I casting tomorrow? I'm not sure. My nose is itching so bad. Yes, I am. Okay, I am casting tomorrow. Then we see each other tomorrow at noon with a match of Team Loliot versus Team 120. And of course, I see all of you guys in chat for the weekly. And I see many of you guys in 6 days at Rara Land.